Greetings, mortals. I am the Fallen Shogun, and as promised, we are going to be building ships. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing. So this could be a few minutes just for one ship, or the entire episode for all of them. So if you're not willing for that, don't watch this episode now. As you can see, I'm just prepping some things. So we are going to be building something. Maybe great, maybe glorious, maybe rubbish. But cue a montage. We're going to be building a give or take 1,000 point assault ship. Let's get this party started. And I think we are done with the first one. This is the PX. Okay, it's got, let's see, 6 offensive cannons, 4 defensive cannons, and it can deploy 4 combat drones. Let's test this out in the field of battle. This is 1,000 points. This is my new ship. And it deploys drones and fights. So it's obviously quite fast. Not a good turning arc as always. These things never do. Got good armor surrounding it. So this is the PX. The PX is now officially in the fleet. The PX is based around cheap 1,000 points. It's got basic armor and stuff. Obviously certain areas do not yet have armor. But it is designed around cheap disposable combat. It has enough guns and defensive shields. It can take a few hits. It also deploys fighters as it moves. So the first stage of course will be take a few hits, survive, take more hits, deploy the troops. And that's the thing, as long as it can deploy troops, it should be good to go. Now whether it is or not is a different matter, but that's why we're doing this. So the PX is now prepped and ready. What about the rest? We'll have to see. Right now, maybe another couple of engines. I'm not too sure. Turning is always an issue because of how I build things. But otherwise, I'm currently okay with this. Let's move on to the next ship. This thing you see in front of you, we're not going to talk about its design because quite frankly it is rubbish and I spent a long time working on it. However, we're going to build a new one. A new ship. So be prepared. Let's get our building on for a carrier. We're looking about 1,500 points worth of resources. Let's get a carrier on now. not sure if I like this at all. It's also not that big a ship, but it's very much an iconic looking ship. Like, it definitely looks different to the other stuff. It fires the drones. The big ones take longer to make. So it fires the drones. The inner drones obviously get built, they go out. Then you have the UAV launchers, which fire the missiles. So this is what we've got now. 1500, we now have a carrier. We've got a lot of point defense, obviously shields, and it does have armor. But it's 1500 points. It uses up a huge amount of energy to deploy right now, so it may not be the best, of course. It may not be the best at all. But it exists. And I do think it needs to be made better. Maybe it does need another generator. Bugger. Putting another generator on it will take it past the actual 1500 or so points. I could put a bigger generator on it. Like I could do this, but that kind of ruins everything. But if I do... I don't know. If I do this here and here, it like works, I guess, but I don't like the look of it. It kind of ruins how it is. I'm going to do that. We'll have to remove some of the rear defences. Then it's over the 1500 pointer marker. But I can't, because I need them where they are. Let's make it 1600. Yeah, let's make it 1600, solid. It's not obviously the strongest, because obviously the shields, once they go down. But this... Let's have a look. Let's test it now. But this is my missile ship. Well, not my missile ship, my carrier. Yeah, it takes 2,500 points to launch them all. So if it's firing all defences and things, yeah, it can continuously fire drones now. But it should be good to go. What's that, like regular size ship? So this is the carrier. This is whatever I'm going to be calling it. So we now have access to a carrier. Down here, the R5. This is the original R5. I did not like the look of it. So we have a new R5. We have the DX11, the original, and the PX. So the R5 and the PX are now deployed. 974 points, 1573 deployed to the DX11. That's some of my ships sorted. I'm not sure how much of this I'll be showing, because I basically deleted the first one twice. But yes, that's 2 ships done. It takes a while to build new things. I'm still not entirely impressed. Although the theme seems to be coming along. We don't really have a themed fleet going on right now, which I kind of like. So I'm currently doing some grid tests. Obviously, I'm just having a quick look at how long I've been doing stuff for as well, and it's a lot shorter than I expected. But yes, well, because I'm cutting things down, and I'm thinking. Obviously, we've got our fighter, which appears to be doing nothing. We've got our carrier. Are you really not doing anything? Is that the build I've been doing? Is that what it is? Do HX5, Defender, Destroyer, Destroyer. You've not got the range or something. Are you not? Why are you not firing? Are you not a destroyer? Are you an older build? No, it's a destroyer. Just not shooting that often. Weird. Why are you not shooting? So I'm thinking we need a missile destroyer. And it might be the ship behind me this way if it doesn't do anything useful. Because obviously testing is a big thing. Because missiles, as you can see, are supremely powerful. And the ship behind me is not. So maybe that's going to be converted into missile firing. Because it sure isn't doing anything useful. Absolutely not doing anything useful. If I just send you on your way, what do you do now? It's firing drones and things, it just doesn't seem to be doing any damage. Okay, it's just not doing any damage. I don't get it. I do not get it. I thought I built it well. You're the same build, aren't you? Are you the same build? Are you just useless? What is this? Teething issues. Like, yeah. There's a defender. If I build you here and here, you should be fine. What is this? Are you the same size as that? Here you are. Like, it should genuinely be a good combat ship. What's going on here? What is genuinely going on here? Okay, let's see. One defender, one destroyer, defender, destroyer. I don't know, let's get rid of the UAVs, I guess? Go for missiles? I think that might be what the issue is. So now it's a missile combat ship. And that should make it better. Should make it a lot better. There we go. So now it's a missile combat ship. Hopefully. Because whatever it was before, not good. Okay. Let's just test you out now. PX. Okay, drop you down to here. PX. Are you okay, PX? Test. It's firing all the guns. See if it stole chooks my ship. Okay, now it's a missile boat. Oh, I see what the issue is. It completely runs out of energy when it's fighting. That's the issue. It literally completely runs out of energy fighting. Okay, this has a slightly bigger technical issue than I expected. I need to be moved to 2 internal destroyer pieces and put some more generators. Okay, I figured out what the issue of this is. Okay, now you should be good to go. Okay, so it's a little bit better. It's now firing more often, and it's actually killing things. Okay, so the issue previously was the fact it had no energy. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to quickly make sure it works properly now. I'm thinking this is a missile destroyer rather than a UAV drone. It's probably a lot better way to go. An awful lot better way to go. Because you can see, it's now doing a lot of damage, and the missiles are actually keeping things out. The problem is, it's just not firing enough, which is a bit of an issue. So, yeah, give me a second. We'll come back to this and move on to the next ship. Okay, I've now set it to ripple fire. So it should fire, you know, each gun one after the other. Before it was just doing one big massive pulse like a shotgun and running out of resources. Now it should have a lot more energy. So that should be a significantly more effective 1,000 pointer ship. It's got a lot of defences, bit of armour. Obviously it doesn't have any factory capabilities, so it is subservient to whichever mothership it has spawned. And as you can see, it's super effective at shooting the enemy. Seriously? Quite manoeuvrable too, when it wants to be. Just needs to work at it. But okay, the basic ship is done. The carrier style ship is done at 1500. It's now time to build something significantly bigger. Looking at 2.5, 3k. Probably for an assault ship. We need an assault ship prepped. We need it done very, very soon. I'd like to see these two fight. See, there's the old style of shooting. The new style does absolutely nothing. Do you not shoot anymore? Oh god, I've done something wrong. I still can't get it to shoot properly. Come on. Come on. Okay, we'll work on it even more, I guess. Seriously, firing 2 shots at a time. That's it. Okay, without further ado. This ship, by the way, I was having a quick test. I'm doing field testing, as you probably saw. It needs to be a bit bigger. It looks a little bit too much like the other ship because of how the size is. But let's try and build a 2.5 to 3,000 point combat killing machine. Then we'll see how I feel. We've got our carrier, we've got our missile frigate. We need something bigger. Something much, much bigger. This does not look like an effective combat vessel, does it? This looks like I need to test it. I am not the best at building. This does not look that effective. In fact, it looks very meh. So obviously it's very, very frontal armour heavy. Yeah, it does not look good, does it? Doesn't move very fast either. I don't know what to do about this. This is just ugly. It turns fast at least. I don't know what to do about this. This is not a good build. This is not a good build at all. This is just hideous. I have only myself to blame. Absolutely hideous design. Do not like this. It's not got enough weapons, not got enough equipment. Yeah, compared to the rest, this is hideous. I don't think big pieces are what I need to do. I need to have bigger pieces, but maybe built out of smaller ones. Right now, this is meh. How expensive are these main guns? 200? Shouldn't be that expensive. Is it the armour? It's got to be the armour. Because, yeah, okay. Not happy with this. Not happy with this at all. I'm probably going to have to redo this. But this is a similar style of design I'm after. Just, I don't know. It'd be easy to make it out of smaller pieces. That's just going to take absolutely forever. But it gives you a rough idea of the style I'm going for. But luckily, right now, I do in fact have a certain style of design. I do have a carrier. I do have a frigate style fighter. It doesn't do the best right now, but it exists. Yeah, this needs to be redone. Smaller pieces of outer armour seems to be the way to go, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare to make. Maybe a strong heavy armour front. I don't know. It's not what I want it to be. It's got to be these gens. The gens are expensive. This is for... It's just a lot of resources. I don't quite know where. Like 250, 250, 300, 700. Jesus. 1,000 just these 6 pieces. Okay. Maybe I need to rebuild it differently. Alright, I'll come back to this. one. I'm not too sure. But you can see my style. You see where I'm going with it. You can see what I'm planning, whether I like it or not. I've got a certain style, and I just need to work with it. Just need to make them not look like each other. At close range, they all kind of look similar. If I build a carrier now, if I do this, go see, I've got a carrier next to me and a frigate. You see how they look kind of similar-ish? So I'm trying to solve that. All my ships are kind of a smaller size. They're effective. Don't get me wrong, they are effective. Like, that carrier is pumping out drones like crazy. Just a little bit too similar in size, but they're definitely silhouette different. I don't know. I tried.